and just nicknames in general for my penis. First I call it the little lizard, and then I called it the one-eyed monster. Then I've heard that was just a usual name. And then I tried to be a little more creative, and I called it the sledgehammer, and it didn't work out well. And I call it the pile driver, or the screwdriver, I think is what it was called. And then I got a little bit more creative, I think, and started calling it by two names, Well Hung Wang and Dong Hung Lo. Very fun ones, I must say. But currently, at the moment, no. That's just not me right now. I don't really think I really need to name my penis right now.
Okay, story time. So, one time I was dating this chick, and I don't know why, because I don't know, but we were walking around one day, we'd just gotten back together, whatever, so everything was new to us again, which is never uncommon. We broke up all the time. And we were passing by this church, and I have like a church fetish. I'm sorry, I want to bone in church so bad. And this story doesn't involve me boning in a church. Sad, I know. Anyways, we go to the church, and I'm like, hey, we should fool around right here, it's a comfortable spot. And it took me fucking forever to coax her into like even making out with me by this church, because it was like a church that she used to attend when she was a kid, which is probably really fucking awkward. Never take your chick to a church that she used to go to when you're trying to put it in her butt at said church. Don't do that. Okay, anyways, going on. But I ended up finally convincing her to like fool around with me, and like outside of the church in this like sort of like wooded area, kind of like blocked off next to the church, like against the church. I got like I totally went off on a tangent. Sorry. I like we had oral or whatever, and that was cool. And that's probably the weirdest place that I've sort of had sex, like it wasn't really sex clearly, but it was fun, and it sort of felt like I was like fucking sticking it to the church man, so that was cool, but it wasn't really sex. So that's like the only weird place. Like everywhere else hasn't been as weird, and like I would name some places, but like there's a chance that these people would watch this video, and while I love you people at Batsu, there's other people that might watch this video and punch me in my face, so I'm not mentioning it.
Alright, the weirdest place, yes, janitor's closet, high school. I'll keep it, there's no real story behind it. There was just this one time, I was with a girl, and, she wanted to give me a little, tender love and care, and, so we ended up knowing about the janitor's closet. Had a broken doorknob, but it always looked like it was locked or in some way, and no one could get into it without the key. Well, it was a broken doorknob. No one knew about it except for the janitor, who kept just basically procrastinating to fix it. Anyway, you go in, and basically the doors and the walls are not soundproof. They're hollow, pretty much hollow walls, and when giving tender love and care to someone and showing intimacy, yes, I'm using gentle words in this. I could be graphic, but I'm going to try to keep it pretty low-key at the moment. But like when giving yourself some fun time in that room, you had to be careful not to scream or to yell anything or to really talk at all. You really much just had to be as gentle as a kid, in a sense, when dealing with that type of thing. You couldn't make a peep. You basically just had to be straight quiet, and that was fucking hard, because you had to balance out whether or not you wanted your partner to feel like you're enjoying it, but like you were so freaked out you're gonna get caught. I think like finally what ended up happening was someone ended up getting caught, and luckily we weren't the ones, but someone ended up getting caught in there, and then ended up figuring out that there was a lot of probably activity going on around there, so they ended up locking up that area. But yeah, that was probably one of the weirdest places, I will say. That was a very interesting experience, because you almost get the cheap thrill of almost getting caught in the act, but at the same time getting pleasured at the same time. It's a weird mixture of feelings when you have that happen.
Last but not least, thoughts on anal. Fucking classic question. Like I said before, I don't think anal's that bad. Like, I used to be totally anti-anal. And like, I still think it's kind of weird, you know? Like, it's the poop shoot, man. I mean, fuck. But, I mean, I suppose if you have like a girlfriend who's like real clean, you know, like, which all chicks should be, looking at you, all you chicks who aren't clean, clean your butt. Right now, clean your butthole. Anyways, like, it's not that bad. Just don't toss the salad. That's, I'm not digging that. But everything else is like, shit happens, you know? Like, I mean, if you really want anal, do what I told, somebody that I don't want to mention that trolls Batsu. They know who I'm talking to, though. Just give her the thumb right there. When you go in doggy style, just the thumb. And then if they get offended by it, because they probably will, just give her the little DJ in the front, like the little reach around. Yeah, and she'll feel way better. That's ridiculous, but you should do it. That is my advice to you, Batsu. Give your girlfriend the DJ after the thumb in the butt. That's essential. Thumb in the butt.
Let's see. Final thoughts on anal. Yeah, not for me personally. I mean, like I said, to each his own who likes it. I mean, more power to you. You can pump the poop shooter if you want, but not for me. Because, I mean, you could basically power wash the crap out of your intestines and your rectum and your crack. You're not going to get me to do it. It's just nothing. I mean, I know they say a lot of people, it's like, well, it's just another orifice or another hole. Yeah, I just like the two holes, the woman's mouth and her pussy. Anything else is not for me. I mean, yeah, you couldn't you could clean that shit out with a toothbrush and scrub the intestines out almost thoroughly with bleach. You could not get me to do it. It's just not me. It's just not in me to do it. But like I said, anyone who enjoys it, more power to you. That's just something I can't do.